This sense of scale is just overwhelming here in Mount Cook. These mountains are huge.
It's just endless opportunities for people to challenge themselves.
All of a sudden, the whole world started falling down around me.
It's full on down here.
During the longest and hottest days of summer in the Northern Hemisphere, globetrotting snowboarders Seth Wescott and Rob Kingwill head to New Zealand to grab a dose of antipodal winter.
Back home, it's 90 degrees, and all of a sudden we find ourselves this beautiful winter day in the middle of July.
The highest peak in the Southern Alps is Araki, also known as Mount Cook. It beckons Seth and Rob to push their limits, just as countless adventurers have done before them.
In the Maori legend, Aoraki is the chief amongst these massive mountains and is standing up there behind the clouds. And it's this sacred place which represents kind of this connection between the supernatural and the natural. You can kind of feel that. You can feel this energy that has such a siren's call to all of us.
This is like the climbing center of New Zealand, and from the late 1800s on, people were coming here to challenge themselves and to go climb all these mountains.
For Seth and Rob, it's more about riding down than up. But in mountains this rugged and vast, the ride's pretty good either way.
It just seems like the mountains are so new that they're still moving all the time. It's an impressive place.
When you're on your snowboard, you're not just looking at these mountains, you're actually having this intimate experience where you can be creative and really, truly play with the terrain.
Record snowfall and epic riding can lull you into thinking conditions are safer than they actually are, and turn a dreamline into a nightmare in a split second.
There's a lot of rocks up here, there's a lot of variable snow, and you just kind of have to feel whether or not the mountain's going to allow you to ride down that. All right, rider dropping. Cracked off a pretty big avalanche that really was a reminder how you have to respect the mountains and, they're really the ones that are in charge. Good way to get your heart racing in the morning. Heart racing.
Playing in mountains like Mount Cook certainly comes with a fair share of risk, but in the end, that's part of the appeal.
We're right on that edge where, in truth, you feel like you might die. But at the same time, it's those moments when you really, truly feel alive.
real moments of joy out there are when you can be totally in a moment.
I think it's a cool parallel between how the Maori people consider these mountains as a symbol of that connection to this higher level of experience. And it's a very similar thing where we're like finding those transcendent moments you can only find when you're riding your snowboard.